Hello, on this beautiful Friday, brothers and sisters in Christ and YouTube world. I pray that this message finds you well, and you are rejoicing and being glad in the day that the Lord has made, because I definitely am. You know, I don't make very many videos. I don't even know if this is important for me to speak, but but in a way I feel like it is, because I feel like, and I know, I gotta get that feel like out of my vocabulary. I know that the truth will set you free. I know that I know that I know, and I know that you all know that what? The truth will set you free, and whom the Son sets free is free indeed. But I very seldom make videos because I don't like my voice. I don't like how I sound. Um, I know a lot of people have mistaken me for a man, and that does not hurt my feelings. There we go with feelings, or I go with feelings again. It does. It does not. I'm not offended. Thank you, Jesus. I'm not offended at all if you laugh because I sound awkward. It is fine. It is fine by me. I'm laughing with you, I promise. But that is one reason why I don't do videos. And I have been sitting on my testimony for too long, and it's time that I give it. Tomorrow's not promised, and a half a day's already gone. So, I was raised in I was raised in the Church of Christ, and my my parents did not take me to church. My grandparents um, always made sure that I got to church with them, and I was brought up the right way, but I was raised up in religion. I believed that if you attended church Wednesday evening, Sunday morning, and Sunday evening, then you were serving God. And I'm not saying that my grandparents were wrong. They did the right thing by taking me to church and teaching me the Lord's commandments, and and raising me up in the way that was right. So I'll be 40 years old in August, the Lord be willing. Um, I remember I started attending church at 4 years old. I can remember when I was 4 years old. I have a great long term memory. Um, the enemy has had it out for me since I was a small child. Let's see. When I was 13, my parents divorced. And I started getting into drinking alcohol. doing different types of drugs. My dad, bless his heart, he did everything in his power to try and stop me, but I was hard-headed. Of course, I didn't listen. Um, I went to group homes, to lockdowns, to jails, to I'm trying to remember the name of all these different places. Um, what is the name of the place called whenever you are a teenager? I can't think of it. It's like juvenile, yeah. Juvenile, that's for, yeah, okay. Juvenile, that's for teenagers. So, okay, first of all, let me start over. First of all, I ended up in juvenile. And from there, I went to um, a group home, which was a holding place for, uh, they put me there in order for me to wait. And I apologize. Okay. I was placed there and I was put on a holding list uh, in order to go forward to finish this program that the judge had ordered. And I believe that program was 9 months long. And so I was gone a total, I would say, 13 months. So I was gone more than a year. And after that, after all that was over with, I I went back home with my dad. I was with my dad only. And I always loved to work more than I did school. I mean, I was raised and brought up just to work. So school wasn't that important to me. I would rather be working than I would, attending school. So I started doing both. And then um, eventually it was just work. But throughout all of this getting in trouble and drinking and doing drugs, I had met several men that were older than me. And when I was 18, I met a man that was a lot older than me. And that was not a good experience. That led me back to drugs and alcohol once again. So you go through the process. I went through the process of recovery and healing and becoming, stronger. And then I stepped right back into drugs knee deep again. So that turned out to me going to jail again. But this time it was worse. I went to a women's prison for 30 days. And what brought me out of the jail was the nurse had discovered that I was pregnant. So that's how I escaped from that, because the charge that I had was bad. So from there,